want to share with you what we have done in the past 2 weeks and which are ideas with you.
Our project is called Shadows. Okay. Our statement. So, in our exhibition, we created 3 pieces named Planting Death, Innocence, and Money for the People. You will be all able to see them in a moment. The inspiration of this art was the event of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We decided to do this topic to show everyone how bad government and war really affect everyone of us. Even if it's not really our country, it can affect everyone. And to show the brutality of bad government. We decided to create this project with really simple materials like black spray paint and paper. Pretty easy.
So one of our main points in this, which is displayed in Money for the People, which I will show you very soon, is the amount of money that the government spends on warfare and bombs every year. For example, it's estimated by www.uscusa.org that within the next decade, the U.S. government will spend $250 billion making 12 new bombs. And for example, this is the smallest bomb ever created, and this alone costs $600 million to make and $270 million to just shoot. So the background of the pieces. In August of 1945, the American troops deployed 2 planes, both of them carrying nuclear bombs. One of them was called Little Boy, and the other one was called Fat Boy. Little Boy was going over to Hiroshima, where it was then dropped, and Fat Boy was going to Nagasaki. When the bomb hits the ground, it doesn't necessarily hit the ground, it hits right above it, so as the fallout can go all over the ground. A heat wave is thrown, which in this case made people disintegrate so fast and so quickly, they disintegrated into the walls. So if you would walk around those cities today, with the walls that were still standing during this bombing, you can see people's shadows in it, and things they had like ladders, in one case it was a cane. You can also see some dogs and cats, which I'm going to show you in one of the pictures really soon. The one on this very top one, this is Little Boy, this is Fat Boy, and this is one of the only pictures ever taken of when it was dropped over Hiroshima. This is a before and after of the cities.
And the shadows printed on the walls and the sidewalks of all the cities, so it's really disturbing to see those images.
And
it's sad.
This all happened, like to be disintegrated into the wall, it takes less than 1/10 of a second. So, reasons why to choose this gallery instead of every single other gallery. First, the materials are easy and cheap. The spray paint cost us 35 pesos each, and all we had to do was paint over a wall to make it white, and just spray paint over it with some tape and some paper that we use stencils to cut out. The paint is very easily removable with white paint that they use for the walls. The one that we used did not damage the ozone. It can connect to people in terms of disaster or things that's happened to other countries. It is very easily movable. We just paint it over. We go over to a new place with the same stencil and we redo it. And finally, when we're spray painting, we don't need to close off a huge area for it to dry and make sure no one goes up next to it, since it takes about a minute to dry, and it's not affected by water after it's dried.
So if we don't decide to take it off, we can stay there for many years. It's really cool. We decided to use this topic to create our artwork because we can really connect all the conflicts that our country is having right now. Like sometimes we think that, oh, revolution is easy, we should do that, but we should what problems it can bring to every single one of us.
The process of creation, this was the final product. We were very lucky to find this wall already cracked. So you might kind of what it would be like in Hiroshima. This one in the background, I'll show you another close picture of it. It's called Innocence. This one,
Money for the people, and this one is standing dead.
What was the middle one?
you mean this one up here?
Yeah.
Money for the people.
Money for
That's another close one of Innocence and Money for the People. And also, this one down here was our first one that we made for planting them.
Is that a real crack in the wall?
Yes, that is.
I like that.
Yes.
1 minute.
And now we'll show you our 3D design.
3D model.
This was the one that Emiliano made. It's the school with the artist.
Yeah,
with the
so
gallery sign.
we first did 3 models, one by each member of the group, and we decided to finish. When we finish everybody our model, we would decide which one would be chose to include the art gallery, and we chose this one. And we decided to put our art gallery behind the art room because we think it's a space where everybody can see it. And it's 5 high by 20 long. And we decided to make it with many walls so we could spray paint on it and make a lot of art. And we used some photos taken here at school to make different perspectives of school. And so we could make like more realistic stairs and buildings. So
Inside the theoretical art gallery, we have the giant light at the top to be able to shed light on the paintings that we made. Vents to be able to get the spray paint smell out. This giant, this large box in the middle, we would put our artist statement, an artist review, and what the art is all about on it, so that people can walk around and see it. And on the side, we put tables or maybe a bench, so that people can sit down and enjoy